Good morning, everybody. It is May 24th, 2020. It's about 6:30 in the morning. They said we hit freezing temperatures last night. So we're prepared for another crazy week here in Utah. A few days ago, we had high winds. They said they hit up to 85 miles per hour, but 65 miles per hour for sure. And by the end of this week, we're supposed to hit nearly 100 degrees. So this week's show, you're gonna see how we do a garden in Utah, dealing with freezing temperatures and then going to scorching hot temperatures of nearly 100 degrees. So let's get rolling. Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna show you the garden. And I covered all the plants for the last 2 days to protect them from the high winds and the cold temperatures. And we're gonna see if everything's still alive. Okay, so here's the zucchini plant. And it looks like my little greenhouse worked. I'm just gonna keep that there for right now because it's still freezing cold out here. And then let's look at the tomato plant. It actually did get beat up by the wind, but look at that. It looks like it's doing great. Same thing, I wanna keep that covered. Okay, so now we're gonna step into the greenhouse, but I wanna show you really quick what we did yesterday. My wife and I spent about 9 hours working in the yard, and we're trying to make the yard look nice. That's one of the great things about having a 2-acre home site is it feels like you're always doing yard work. But we put down some rubber mulch yesterday, and that also includes having to put down weed barriers. It takes a long time, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna flip the camera around for you real quick. Okay, so you can see here, we've put this bark in here. If you zoom in, you can actually see there is frost on the bark. So that sucks. Anyways, as you pan around here, you can see the greenhouse, and you can see we put rubber mulch in this section as well. And then over there, it's just dirt. I'm not gonna show you that right now. And you can see the bags of rubber mulch that still need to be spread out. Okay, so before we step into the greenhouse, I just wanna show you really quick. You can see the frost actually on each pieces of these pieces of rubber that we've placed here around the greenhouse. Okay, so as you know, outside temperatures are still near freezing. Inside, we are sitting right at 60 degrees. And we're just gonna take a quick look at the garden here. You can see everything is growing very nicely, large plants. You can see flowers blooming. So things are looking good in here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Apocalyptic Gardening. It is a beautiful, perfect morning today. It is May 31st, 2020. And yesterday we got up to about 97 degrees, I think. I don't know. Anyways, inside the greenhouse, it was over 100 degrees. I think it was about 110 in there. And so all the plants were sloughing and they looked like they were having a bad day. And so I got a shade cloth. So this morning I will be installing that shade cloth, and I wanted to get that done before it gets too hot out here. So that's what I'm doing next. I will also update you on the garden, which we planted. As you remember, earlier this week, we had crazy high winds. It was freezing cold outside. So we've gone from really freezing cold to like scorching hot in 1 week. Welcome to Utah. I'm sure it's like this for many of you where you live. So I'll give you a quick update of how the garden looks and how everything looks inside the greenhouse as well. So anyways, let's get going. Okay, so I've got the screwdriver. I have some self-tapping screws, and you can see here, I have the shade cloth. I actually have 2 shade cloths. It was cheaper than buying one huge one. So I'm gonna install that, but first I'm gonna show you what the plants look like and how everything's doing here in the greenhouse. Okay, so this is the little avocado tree, and you can see it's growing. It's doing well in here. And then if you come over here to the giant orange tree that we have, you can see it's probably about time to trim that back from the roof. And if you look really closely here, You can see some little oranges growing here. This tree has several oranges growing here. They're pretty small still. Hopefully they'll continue to grow. If you come to the grapefruit tree, the grapefruits are definitely growing here. You can see here, that's getting some size to it. So we are expecting for sure to get some grapefruits off of this tree. You can see another big one hanging down here. And then you can see the potatoes. The plants have gotten kind of big and falling over. That's part of the process as they become potatoes, as they grow potatoes in there. So you can see all of that. This little orange tree here, you can see we've got some nice oranges growing on that tree. Little spider web there. I thought, I'll just leave it there and I'll protect the oranges against any sort of bugs. Got the lemon tree and the lime tree. They are not going to produce this year. And then over here you have the other potatoes, the Yukon Golds, and you can see they're doing well there. We have the two lily koi plants here, right there. And then you can see here, we've got the cucumber plant here, and we have spaghetti squash right here. You can see we've got ladybug larva and an actual ladybug back over here. You can see we've got a little plant growing there. We have several little ones growing on here, but if you look closely back here, you can see a large spaghetti squash growing back there. Hopefully it survives the hot weather we've had. And then if you look back here, you can see there's another one growing. If you look at the cucumber plant, this is really cool because we're getting cucumbers everywhere. You can see that. Got a whole bunch of these little things growing on here. So we are expecting to see some cucumbers. Okay, so if you look here, you've got the tomato plants. They're both growing really well. And you got zucchini over here. Oh, and then here is the neighborhood cat. We don't know what his name is. We just call him S'more. Hey buddy, how you doing? So here comes S'more. He likes to check up on us. The other day, S'more brought us a snake. Did you bring us a snake the other day? And so we saved the snake from S'more and we let him go somewhere safer. But, I figure he's probably keeping mice away, so we'll just let S'more hang out here. Right here, you have the zucchini plant, and you can see we've got a couple zucchinis growing back in there. I see some aphids in there, so if I see some ladybugs today, I'm gonna have to put them in there and hopefully take care of that. Here's another spaghetti squash plant here, and cucumber there. You can see, matter of fact, right here, you can see we're gonna pick some lettuce today and eat some lettuce. And over here, we have cauliflower plants. You can see they're both doing really, really well. And then if you look closely here at the strawberry tower, you can see like right here, we've got some little strawberries starting to pop up in here. So hopefully this works. Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, I think this is gonna take a lot longer than what I want. Gotta get done though. Okay, so we're getting off to a rough start. Apparently these screws won't work, so we're gonna try something different. Okay, so I have these self-tapping screws. These should work. Here we go, attempt number 2. Okay, so I decided to start the screw first, and then these holes kind of stretch. So hopefully I can just now stretch this around the screw head and then tighten the screw, and that should do it. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna hang it to the bottom of these things the rest of the way across here. that one started. So now we're gonna pull this tight. Like this. And get this little screw head in here. Like that. And we're gonna tighten it up. Boom, baby. Okay, now we're to this side. Once again, we're gonna pull this nice and tight. Okay. Okay, so you can see how it's gonna work. I'm not gonna record the whole process because you would get bored. Okay, so as you can see, I got the first section hung there. So now I'm gonna bring that across this way. All right, so as you can see, we're making progress. I've got this over probably the first half. I'm going to put the screw in here and continue on my way. Okay, so you're gonna pull it tight this way and that way. Well, it feels like a miracle, but I've got the first half of the shade cloth installed. So now I gotta take care of this section up here. Okay, so as you can see here, we're making progress, probably about 80% of the way done. Well, it's done. And to be honest, it is definitely more shaded in here. I wish I would have recorded the thermometer yesterday, but it was 110 degrees in here. So we'll watch the thermometer today and we'll see how this cloth does today, and hopefully it works. So now we're gonna go out and look at the garden really quick, give you guys an update there, and that's gonna be it. But before we head outside, I'm gonna turn the camera around and video this so you can see what it looks like. So right here where the attic fan is, you can see I've had to pin it back and allow the attic fan to do its thing. And because I may need an attic fan in the future, you'll notice over here, I just kind of left this hanging. Okay, so now we're headed out to the garden. I'm just gonna flip the camera around and show you how things are looking out here. Okay, so you can see that the lettuce and spinach are growing nicely. Got the peas over here doing their thing. You can see like we've got a tomato plant here and another tomato plant over there. And then we've planted 2 zucchinis here, one here and one over here. You can see over here, if you look here, the carrots are coming in nicely. It's time to harvest the rhubarb again. And then look at that onion plant. That thing is a beast. Anyways, you can see the rhubarb here. It's keep growing nicely. And then you have more carrots here. If you look at the strawberry plants, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I put a bunch of turkey manure around them. Looks like I killed them. That's too bad. Gonna have to buy more strawberry plants. And then if you come look over here, you can see we've got some cucumbers here. You've got cauliflower planted along the back here. And then of course you've got your peas. And then right here, we've got 2 watermelons, 2 cantaloupes, 2 pumpkins, and then we have 2 spaghetti squash plants, one here and one here. And then, oh, here's some more, back for more. Hey buddy, what's going on? I was gonna rub on my leg. Hi buddy. This cat has the hugest claws. Hi, how you doing, S'more? That's a good cat. It's a good cat. Okay, so it's 12:30 in the afternoon now. The sun has been out and cranking all morning long. So we're just gonna step inside the greenhouse really quick and do a temperature check and see how this shade cloth is working. And it is still hot. You're looking at about 91 or 92 degrees in here. Of course, yesterday it was 110. So currently we're about 20 degrees warmer, or sorry, 20 degrees cooler than we were yesterday. So hopefully that means it's working. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do before I bring this video to close is we're gonna check the temperature and see if that shade cloth is working. So it's 5:30 p.m. right now. So the greenhouse has been sitting under the hot sun all day long. So this is the true test to see if this stuff is working. And to me, that means yes, because it is currently about 91 or 92 degrees in here, and yesterday it was 110. So that is awesome. Dream come true. Well, that's it for Apocalyptic Gardening. Hopefully the information I'm providing is helping you. I know for me personally, I started this just kind of as a video journal, and it's been a lot of fun to see how things have grown and changed over the years. So hopefully you're finding the video enjoyable. If you are, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can follow the progress of this underground greenhouse and my garden and whatnot. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.